tradition of Liberia. Let's tradition please. That's what's happening. Our brothers and sisters from the sub-region are very busy. There were some of them in the United States, but they had to come to this program. And so we are happy. But you know, in Liberia, there is a president. But the president is a woman. When she was a child, she was great. When she became a little younger, she was greater. And now she's the greatest of African history. So we must respect the leader, which is in our tradition. In Liberia, when you're not on the radio and criticizing, then they call you a praise singer. But in our culture and our tradition, we respect our leader because our leader is next to God. So we must respect our leaders. And that's why we humble ourselves even the traditional people and the traditional council of Liberia. We want the traditional leaders of Liberia to be respected. Together we stand. Divided we fall. So we will decorate our leaders. Our leaders in their own power. Our leaders from their own kingdom and chiefdom that have come to celebrate this historic day. And it will go down into history that the National Traditional Council has first of its kind in the Republic of Liberia. After 166 years, under the administration of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So clap for yourself. And the beauty and the richness, if you look at the costumes that you are wearing, that's what makes you. It doesn't make any difference what you wear and how you wear it. But you are who you are. You are a member of the National Traditional Council of the Republic of Liberia. That's what we must respect. And Liberia having peace, and no peace in Nigeria is no peace. Liberia having peace and no peace in Guinea is no peace. There must be peace in the sub-region and on the continent of Africa, so that the children can laugh and play, so that we can stay and celebrate our diversity and our culture and our legacy. That's what tradition is all about. And I thank you very much.
Liberia, the land of liberty and freedom. Thank you for your welcome. And thank you for the words of all of the chiefs, all of the queens, all of the chairmen, and also the international guests. The sun shines on all people, the rain falls on all people, and peace must be within ourselves and with all people. Welcome. Everything that was said today is a repetition of what has been said for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Respect of family, respect of tradition, respect of ourselves. Respect starts at home. So when we speak of Liberia and we speak of Africa, it is of no offense. But the respect starts at home, so therefore it can be carried to the neighborhood. I want this clear, because we are all one people, sharing one planet called a global village. We cannot keep blaming the nations outside of Africa for the problems within Africa. We are adults. Therefore, to change the problems of Africa, be it Liberia, be it East, West, North, South, or Central Africa, we must first change the psychological thinking pattern of the African, and then start step by step to change the foundation on which our nations are built. And the most critical part is our tradition, because without the tradition, we have no value. Money without value has no meaning. The markets crashed because the value of the money went down, stocks went down. Africa is the root, the cradle of all nations. It's the firstborn of nations. There is no nation that was not born from God's creation nation. So therefore, if we do not respect the tradition, and we do not respect our own, if we do not respect our national leadership, who will respect us? If we do not take the first step to honor ourselves by honoring our tradition and supporting our national leadership, who will do it for us? Liberia has the first woman president on this continent. And as a female, I say, with all pleasure, good for you. That is good. I would like to know if she is not amongst the first black female president on the planet. Because we can celebrate Barack Obama with honor because he has done well. But learn to honor and celebrate our own. First and foremost, here on the soil of Africa, we eat our yam, we eat our fufu, we eat our banku, we eat our wache. Also, let us bless our children, not only those outside of Africa, but those inside of Africa. And let us honor and respect your president, the honorary president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, for all she has done. And let us stand with unity behind her, because she's the first woman that stepped out and made so much difference for the African people wherever they are. And let us move forward, because that is unity. If we talk unity, if we just talk unity, we write about unity, we call about unity, but we do not act on unity, we are hypocrites. We are hypocrites. So I want to see unity in Liberia. Liberia, are you ready to show me liberty and unity? Are you ready to stand with all of the kingdoms of Africa under God, because it's God that anointed the thrones of Africa? Are you ready to stand and build Liberia by building first on ourselves, Liberia?
Yes.
Guinea, Sierra Leone, all of the nations of Africa, are we not one? The hand have 5 fingers, and we are joined by the fist. Each finger have a purpose, and each finger have a place. You replace the one with the other, it will not function. The position does not make the difference of your purpose or your strength. You remove the finger, and it does not function the hand. Is it not so? Are we not joined by the fist? Are we not one people? So today is the most special day in Liberian history, because it shows the people have opened their voices and said, we want our tradition, we respect our tradition, because without the tradition, you have no soul. Let us unite. Let us unite and support the council and support your government. And I will be so looking forward to come back very soon to see a Liberia going forward with one of the most powerful women on the African continent, and a nation that is so healthy, so much resources, shining and showing an example why it's the first and only country in Africa where the freed men after colonization and slavery was sent back to their ancestors and their families here to form the nation called Liberia, the land of liberty. Thank you very much.
That I speak to you today. Will you give me a hand? Batio Bati. Batio Bati. Batio Bati. Clap your hands. Mission. Chiefs are not allowed to speak much. So I reserve everything for tomorrow. I will give it to you tomorrow. Clap your hands.
The delegation came from foreign country. Including Guinea, and say hello to all.
My president,
His president is thanking to every one of us.
Tradition,
Say the manner in which the tradition is presented here. Say this is the first time in Africa.
But
must give hand to each other in cooperation in order to get power. For this reason, the manner in which I see the friends from other places, and we give the encouragement to do what he's supposed to do. He's asking your pardon because he's a child unto him. He has been delegated, from foreign country to come. For this reason, the fathers and the mother and the sisters that are here, who are present here today, which are attending schools, this is where they can learn and then borrow their educations and then continue to have an higher educations. From where you can train your child, if one see you doing something, if you see another person who respects his elder, someone is looking for front line to do. You can borrow long line because if you respect someone, will give you blessing. According to him, is that every child boy, if he show his age now, you say, oh, he has lived that long.
Traditional secretary,
He's the secretary, traditional council in Guinea. If he come here as a delegate, by his lieutenant from Ambassador region, the mayor is aware of it. The president of Guinea. All the foreign friends that have visited today will try to do the same thing in our country. In fact, others from different countries too. We are trying to invite all the others from foreign countries too. What we go and say to them, will be another position also to invite invitation instead to end of the relative constitution. All what I had to say is very important. He has seen the action of all. What we supposed to know, say so much to and say, so when the government did not about all the traditions, activity in the country.
Thank you. My father, the chairman of the tradition, and he is the traditional chief in the area where I have my restaurant in Ghana. I'm an African man to the core. I live in different parts of Africa. I live in Nigeria. I have a business in Cotonou, in Togo, in Ghana, and Liberia. I'm a chief. We've been running our business in Liberia for some time, and then in April I came here. Then I got the biggest surprise of my life. They said I'll be made a chief. So today, by the powers of our chairman, I'm Chief Mamadou Kiazulu. So I want to publicly thank the Traditional Council for the great honor and for the invitation once again from our Ambassador of Peace, Ambassador of Culture, Ambassador Endee. Please give a round of applause for her. It would have only taken the power of Ambassador Julie for me to be here today. About 2 days ago, I tell you, I almost couldn't make it. But I'll tell you why I'm here. I'm here in about 3 or 4 capacities. The first one is that I'm a multiple chief from Nigeria. I'm a red cap chief from Abia State, from Igbo land. I'm a Yoruba chief, and I have a few other chieftaincy titles. The second capacity is that I'm a chief of Liberia. The third capacity is that I'm representing the king who should have come from Nigeria. This is the king that gave me my last chieftaincy title of Bashorun. The Bashorun is a very, very important title in Nigeria. It was held by my adopted father, Chief Moshood Abiola, in his lifetime. And in the fourth capacity, I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist who has tried and worked hard to bring all Africans together. Today, if you see someone from Senegal or from Guinea, you are not sure if the person is from Lagos, because we all dress alike. If a lot of people tell me that they read our magazine Ovation because of fashion, people, if you go to the northern part of Nigeria now, you see people dressed like Yoruba. So what we're trying to do is to bring all Africans together. And the essence of culture, which is what we're trying to promote and celebrate here today and tomorrow, is to bring our people together, because there seems to be a disconnect between the so-called modern people and the traditional people. And this is wrong. In my own family, I mean, my kids grew up in London, but I made sure that even in that society, when they wake up in the morning, if my son comes to me and he says, "Hello, Dad," I say, "No, that's not how to greet me. You have to go flat." It doesn't cost you anything. It's a form of respect. If you respect your father, then you know you must do well in school. And in fact, my kids know that they speak what I call two different types of English. When they are in school, they can speak through the nose. But when they get back home, they have to speak the language that I will understand. You see, because I grew up in the village, I lived in the village for 28 years. I'm not a Lagos boy, I'm not a city boy like New York. You know, 28 years I was with my poor illiterate mother, who taught me the values of education and the values of our culture. And I tell you that that has made me a better human being today. That is the value that taught me that the most important thing in the life of man is contentment. The reason why you have all acts of thuggery, of armed robbery, of corruption in Africa is this disconnect. Everybody wants to go to the moon, but nobody wants to crawl. No, that's not the way we're brought up. So you have to climb the tree from the bottom. These days, people want, if there is a way, they call it shortcut. They will climb the tree from the top. So I'm very happy, I'm very delighted to see the custodians of our tradition, to see the custodians of our culture. And I tell you that I am very proud of you. I'm very proud that the Traditional Council of Liberia can put this together, because any people that can lose their culture, I can tell you they've lost their soul. I will not take too much of your time. I hope that tomorrow we have an opportunity, of course, to slaughter and eat that cow together, and also to share a few tricks, shenanigans or whatever is available. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Today's honorable program.
I can tell you very, very confidently, without any fear of contradiction, that this has been a very, very great program, and that I have no regrets coming to Liberia for the second time this year alone. Culture and tradition, as I noted in my speech, are just too important to be discarded. Any nation that has lost its culture, its tradition, that nation has lost its soul. And I congratulate the Traditional Council of Liberia for this wonderful initiative. And I hope that the government and the people of Liberia will continue to support them so that the link between the modern world and the traditional world will not be broken. As I've already noted also, there seems to be a disconnect these days where our kids believe that our culture is inferior to that of other countries. It is not true. If you go to London today, if you look at Great Britain, what makes Great Britain great is the monarchy. The monarchy has been discarded in other countries, the so-called civilized world, but you just imagine going to London without Buckingham Palace, without the Queen. You imagine going to the Republic of Ireland without the Irish mode of dressing. So these are important ingredients of our life. These are the things, the festivals, the carnivals that make our lives a happy and enjoyable one.
What can you tell us? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
the Crusaders. From Liberia, this is the Crusaders. All we preach is peace in our community. All we need is equal rights and justice in our country. That's what we are, sailors. Precise for peace, we're always fighting for peace. Fight no more is our motto. Yeah, child. Fight no more is our motto. Yeah. Well, I'd like to say welcome to everybody here this time. On behalf of the CEO of the Liberian Christians for Peace, Ambassador Julian, this is your pen, the Liberian Christians for Peace. From on road, here comes the Crusaders. From Liberia, this is the Crusaders. All we need is peace in every county. All we need is equal right and justice in our country. That's what we are.